Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. You guys know I love talking about dividends, so in today's video, I'm going to bring you 5 dividend stocks that are not only beating the S&P 500, but have a dividend yield above the index's yield. So let's get into it. Alright, like I said, welcome back everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If you could take 2 seconds out of your day, smash that like button for me and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. You might notice a slight change in my background. We are currently on vacation in North Carolina. Just got back from the beach, but I wanted to put together a quick video for you guys. It's Friday afternoon. Hopefully you're enjoying your day, but here is the 5 dividend stocks that I want to show you guys today. Alright, and most of this information came out of the Investors Business Daily article that I found on the internet, and it was the best dividend stocks for 2021 with 5 strong yield stocks beating the S&P 500. Now you can see right there those 5 stocks listed for you, so you don't even have to wait till later in the video to get them. You're looking at Broadcom, Texas Instruments, T. Rowe Price, Fastenal, and JP Morgan Chase counted among the best dividend stocks for 2021 with solid yields and strong performance. To determine the stocks they were going to talk about, they looked for stocks beating the 1.4% dividend yield in the S&P 500 index, as well as 5 stocks that managed to outperform the S&P 500 over the last 5 years, which wasn't an easy task, but they did manage to narrow it down to those 5 stocks. So here are all 5 of those stocks listed by ticker symbol, yield, and 5-year return. So the S&P 500, obviously they have the 1.4% yield and have 100% return over the last 5 years, which is fantastic. But Broadcom has a 3% yield and 197% return. Texas Instruments a 2.1% yield and 187% return. T. Rowe Price with 2.1% yield as well and 175% return in the last 5 years. Fastenal with a 2.1% yield as well, 154% 5-year return, and JP Morgan Chase with 2.3% yield and 142% over the last 5 years. And I'll take a brief pause right now in the middle of the video to remind you guys that if you're looking for a new dividend portfolio, you can consider using the link in the description section down below to M1 Finance, which is my favorite when it comes to long-term investing for dividend growth. Now, that will allow you to get free money just for signing up and funding your account, so you can kickstart your portfolio today. Now, when you're looking at what dividend stocks are the best to buy and hold in 2021 or whenever, there's several metrics that really matter. That dividend stability, that reflects long and steady track records of payouts, and the dividend growth points to a company in a sound financial health, working hard to make its stock more attractive to new and existing income investors. Now, a company with stable earnings is also most likely to continue paying steady and perhaps rising dividends. The quality of their earnings also matters, and the dividend payout ratio, or the dividend per share divided by earnings per share, can help you assess whether the dividend is sustainable. A ratio greater than 100% may warn of a potential cut. And not all dividend stocks are smart investments. Use the information here as a starting point for your own research. Okay, now we're going to take a look at each of these 5 stocks individually and talk numbers. We're going to look at their dividend payout ratio, their 5-year growth, their 12-year projections, and their dividend growth as well. Alright, so here you have Broadcom, ticker AVGO. Now right now they have a projected 12-month growth of 15.05%. Alright, they're a semiconductor enterprise software maker, and they have grown their dividends for 10 years in a row. Their dividend yield is currently 3% with a $14.40 annual dividend per share broken down into quarterly payments. Their 5-year return has 197%. Okay, that is fantastic compared to the 100% seen by the S&P 500. Dividend growth rate, 68% measured over the past 5 years. And dividend stability factor, 21 on a scale of 0 to 99, 99 being the most volatile. So the closer to 0 you get, the stronger the dividend stability looks. The dividend payout ratio is 130%. And their earnings stability factor on a scale of 0 to 99 is 4. Also, over the past 3 years, Broadcom has grew its earnings per share 6% every year. Next on the list is Texas Instruments, and they are ticker TXN with a 12-month projected growth of 10.8%. Now, the chip maker boasts 17 years in a row of growing their dividends, and TI first declared a dividend in April of 1962. Their dividend yield sits at 2.1% and payout of $4.08 annually, again broken out into quarterly payments. Their 5-year return is at 187% compared to the S&P's 100%, or the SPY ETF as it were. The dividend growth rate is 23% as measured over the last 5 years, with a dividend stability factor of 3, a dividend payout ratio of 60%, and an earnings stability factor of 6. Again, both the dividend stability factor and earnings stability factor are positive the closer to 0 and negative the closer to 99. Number 3 is T. Rowe Price. They have a negative 12-month price projection with negative 6.22%, but they are a global investment manager that first paid a dividend in 1986, and they currently boast 35 consecutive years of dividend increases. Their yield sits at 2.1% with $4.32 made out annually, paid in quarterly payments. Their 5-year return is 175%, with a dividend growth rate of 17%, a dividend stability factor of 13, a dividend payout ratio of 59%, and an earnings stability factor of 4. Also, over the past 3 years, T. Rowe Price grew their earnings per share 17% every year. Fourth on our list is Fastenal Company with a 12-year projected price, again negative 3.36, but they are a wholesale distributor of industrial and construction supplies, and they began paying annual dividends in 1991 with semi-annual dividends in 2003, and then expanded to quarterly dividends in 2011. Their dividend yield sits at 2.1%, paying out an annual dividend of $1.12. The 5-year return is 154%, again well surpassing the 100% by the SPY, dividend growth rate of 8%, dividend stability factor of 26, dividend payout ratio of 97%, earnings stability factor of 4, and over the past 3 years, Fastenal was able to grow its earnings per share by 12% annually. Last but not least on our list is JP Morgan & Chase. Now, the finance company has a 12-year projected price target of 13.68% growth in the next year. They are obviously a banking giant and has paid dividends for more than 20 consecutive years and grown those dividends for 10 straight years. They have a stock paying out a 2.3% dividend yield, which annualizes out to $3.60. The 5-year return is 142%, dividend growth rate of 19%, a dividend stability factor of 6, and the dividend payout ratio is 29%. Their earnings stability factor sits at 14, and they have managed to grow their earnings per share by 5% annually over the past 3 years consistently. All right, so those are the 5 dividend-paying stocks that are not only beating the S&P 500 in growth over the last 5 years, but are also beating the SPY ETF tracking the S&P 500 in their dividend payouts. If you're new to dividends for whatever reason, they are fantastic options to put in your portfolio to not only see the growth on the stock and those capital gains increasing your portfolio, but to also capitalize on the dividend reinvestment plan that will allow you to maximize your compounding interest going forward. If you have any other questions or want more information on dividend stocks as a whole, you can check out the series that we have here on JT Wealth, where we talk all about our dividend investing accounts and the dividend investing portfolio that we created on M1 Finance. And as always, the reminder that this is not financial advice. This is just for information and entertainment purposes only, and to kickstart your due diligence in looking into whatever dividend stocks you may choose to put into your portfolio. I'm not recommending you buy or sell any of the stocks we talked about in today's video. Again, thank you so much for checking out the video. Hopefully you take a second, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about these 5 stocks, or what are your favorite 5 dividend stocks. Thank you so much for joining us again. Hopefully you have a fantastic Friday and enjoy your weekend. I know we will. We're on vacation, so enjoy, guys. Thanks for checking us out, and bottoms up.